очень хороший бокс, очень сильно бьет, тяжело бьет. И он выжидает, то есть он не торопится, он ждет своего момента, не форсирует события. Это тоже очень хорошая черта. Мало спортсменов, у кого есть это. Он, если, допустим, пропустит удар, сразу не летит, он, знаешь, спокойно, очень грамотно ведет, хороший IQ у него. Вот эти у него самые сильные стороны. Слабые стороны — это...
А вот в чем будет
вот,
твое преимущество над ним в боем?
В завязках, именно в завязках он начинает уставать. Вот над этим надо будет работать, чтобы у него забрать эту его силу ударную.
Как тебе грэпплинг Топурия?
У него не было борцов хороших. У него был один парень, Брис Митчелл, только он, кто его перевел и держал, ну, он тоже не уровневый боец. И я не могу судить его борьбу. Но я знаю, что Ислам, такие борцы могут его перевести и держать легко на стиле.
UFC's lightweight division is on fire right now, and Arman Tsarukyan just lit the fuse. After Ilia Topuria destroyed Charles Oliveira to win the belt at UFC 317, Arman didn't hesitate. He warned the new champ directly, "I can take him down, and I will control him. It's not just talk." Tsarukyan's wrestling is elite. His mindset, savage. And with Islam Makhachev possibly moving up, we might be looking at the next big title clash, Topuria versus Tsarukyan. Let's break it down. At a recent press conference, Arman Tsarukyan didn't hold back. He made it crystal clear that Ilia Topuria hasn't faced real wrestling. Topuria hasn't fought good wrestlers. Bryce Mitchell took him down. What do you think I'll do? That's cold. That's calculated. And he didn't stop there. I know for sure that Islam and I can take him down and control him. That's not a prediction. That's a direct threat to the UFC's newest golden boy. And with Tsarukyan now training alongside Khamzat Chimaev in California, his grappling game might be deadlier than ever.
Ilia throws hard when he...
Good uppercut from Oliveira.
Okay, I understand it now.
There's a difference already in how Charles is absorbing these shots.
But let's not kid ourselves, Ilia Topuria is not someone to disrespect. The man is 16-0, undefeated, untouched. He knocked out Josh Emmett so bad he turned into a statue. And against Charles Oliveira, that wasn't just a win, it was a beatdown. Ilia has precise boxing, devastating kicks, and elite timing. He's got the swagger of a king and the killer instinct to back it up. But Tsarukyan believes that all of that crumbles the second it hits the mat. Speaking of hitting the mat, Tsarukyan recently made headlines for the wrong reason, and it went viral. During training, Arman threw a spinning back kick and launched his coach through the cage door. Coach was fine, but the internet flooded with memes. Arman posted it himself, joking, "Can somebody please keep the cage closed?" Even when he's just training, he's causing chaos. But behind the humor is a hungry killer. Tsarukyan has missed a title shot before due to injury. He's not missing the next one. The UFC lightweight division is turning into a wild chessboard. Islam Makhachev might be gone soon, chasing a welterweight super fight with Jack Della Maddalena that leaves Topuria, Tsarukyan Gaethje, Pimblett, and Dan Hooker all lurking around. But make no mistake, Ilia versus Arman is the biggest pure skill fight the UFC can make. Striking versus wrestling, precision versus pressure, Spain versus Armenia, two young lions, one belt, no gimmicks.
You think he's picked easy fights? Volkanovski, Holloway?
No. If you're gonna see me or Paddy, it's easier to fight Paddy.
That's why I was asking. Do you think there's a chance that he'll say, "No, give me Paddy, we have a history," and then they go with him next as opposed to you?
No one gives a fuck what he says. UFC says you gotta fight, he's gonna fight. This is just trash talks, just Twitter shit. But this is just for the media. UFC do whatever they wanna do, and they don't care who you're gonna fight. They just call you and tell you.
So let's say Dana books it. What happens? Tsarukyan shoots early, he always does. Can Ilia keep distance? Can he land the uppercut? If Arman gets on top, Topuria might be in deep water he's never felt before. But if Arman can't close the gap fast, Ilia is going to box his face off. This is a 50-50 war, and it's the perfect kind of bad blood. Quiet, technical, explosive. So who do you believe is Arman, right? Will he take down and control Topuria with ease? Or is the new champ about to shut up another grappler and extend the streak? Drop your pick in the comments and don't forget to smash that subscribe for more savage breakdowns. UFC's next super fight might be coming fast, and it's gonna be violent.
Fuck what? Another massive fight would be Ilia versus Islam too. Well, the other thing is too, is that Islam moves up, and obviously if Islam won the title, you know, you immediately have a super fight with him and Ilia. So
Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev is the dream matchup Dana White wants, but only if one brutal condition is met. And behind the scenes, UFC's most controversial coach just threatened to get rid of Islam permanently. Craig Jones just declared war on the Dagestani dynasty. Dana White's caught in a catch-22. They hate Jones, but they hate Dagestani wrestling even more.
Third belt. Yeah.
I have a little space here.
Ilia Topuria has cleaned out the featherweights, and now he wants more blood. He wrecked Charles Oliveira at UFC 317, proving he's not just a pretty highlight reel, he's a fucking problem at 155 too.
I will change everything, inshallah, in this fight, because last fight, many people was talking about the fight, but this time, inshallah, I make everybody shut up.
Again, people are gonna obviously think, oh, I'm crazy for doing this, but I get to shock the world. I can't wait to go out there and do it. Let's go out and finish this guy. No pressure on me, baby. No pressure at all. All the pressure's on him. I'm coming off the couch. You better do something about it.
But while Ilia climbs the ladder, Islam Makhachev is moving sideways. Heading to 170 pounds to face Jack Della Maddalena, Dana White says, if Islam wins the welterweight belt, then we'll talk. You want Topuria? You gotta become champ again. Topuria told UFC brass he wouldn't hold the division hostage, but insiders say his bone density, his hydration, his size, he's already fighting like a natural welterweight. He's ready. The only question is, will Islam take the bait? Enter Craig Jones. The UFC hates him, he knows it. But here's the twist. They need him. Why? Because Craig just helped JDM snatch the belt and he's openly targeting Islam Makhachev next. We helped get rid of Bilal. Now we'll get rid of Islam too. That's not trash talk. That's a direct fucking warning. Fans say Islam is boring. Jones says Dagestani wrestling is ruining the game. But Islam's stats? Untouchable. 15 straight wins. 5 title fights. Still, UFC knows casual fans want knockouts, not chain wrestling.
Fuck what? Another massive fight would be Ilia versus Islam too. Well, the other thing is too, is that Islam moves up, and obviously if Islam won the title, you know, you immediately have a super fight with him and Ilia. So
Dana White doesn't just want greatness. He wants marketable killers. And right now, Topuria is hotter. You sell him as a Conor McGregor-style finisher versus Islam, the unbeatable grappler. So here's the real question. Is Dana White setting up the biggest super fight in UFC history, or is he using Jack Della and Craig Jones to erase Islam Makhachev from the picture? If Islam wins in Saudi Arabia, Topuria's coming. If he loses, this war never happens, and Dana White walks away clean.
Кого ты видишь фаворитом в бою Ислама Махачева против Джека де Мадалена?
Я вижу фаворита Ислама.
За счет?
За счет борьбы и контроля, удушающих. Ислам, я думаю, что...
Согласен с тем, что у Топурии лучший бокс на данный момент, как минимум в UFC. Вот.
Однозначно. Вот Мадалена хороший бокс тоже.
Арман.
Кто-то из них.
Либо Топурия, либо Мадалена.
Либо Топурия, либо Мадалена. Но Мадалена мне даже больше понравился. Топурия просто бьет тяжелее и пропускает больше. Мадалена потехничнее будет именно настолько.
Арман, а вот знаешь, сейчас бытует мнение, что несмотря на то, что Ислам Махачев переходит в категорию выше, бой с Мадаленой это более легкий вариант, чем поединок с Топурией. Вот согласен ли ты с этим мнением или нет?
Нет, не согласен. Это будет тоже тяжелый бой. С Мадаленой будет тяжелее, чем с Топурией.
Islam Makhachev is being accused of ducking Ilia Topuria. The UFC lightweight champ's legacy is under fire. But out of nowhere, his own lightweight rival Arman Tsarukyan just stepped in and defended him. Is Islam dodging danger, or is the Topuria fight just a distraction from something bigger?
What are your thoughts on Ilia Topuria and Ilia Topuria as a fighter? How do you feel about just the overall fight?
É uma grande luta. Ele é um grande lutador, mas eu não preciso provar mais nada pra ninguém de quem eu sou, o que eu já fiz dentro do cage. Essa outra chegou na oportunidade gigantesca. Eu vou nocautear esse cara. Essa é ela. Who's gonna knock this guy out?
Ilia Topuria wants smoke. He's undefeated, cocky. And after knocking out Volkanovski, he set his sights on the lightweight division. He's now headlining UFC 317 in a vacant title fight against Charles Oliveira. But fans are asking one question. Why isn't Islam Makhachev in that fight? The accusations are flying. Islam's ducking. Islam's protecting the belt. Some fans even said the UFC is helping him dodge danger, but not everyone agrees. Just days ago, Arman Tsarukyan, the same man who was supposed to fight Islam, did the unthinkable. He defended the champ. Just days ago, Arman Tsarukyan, the same man who was supposed to fight Islam, did the unthinkable. He defended the champ. Arman says, "No, I don't agree. Della Maddalena is going to be a harder fight than Topuria." Wait, what Arman says, Islam is chasing the toughest fight. Della Maddalena has elite boxing, and Islam will need to wrestle perfectly to survive Islam. Makhachev wants to move UP to fight welterweight champ, Jack Della Maddalena. That's a massive leap and a dangerous one. Della Maddalena isn't just a power puncher, he's a sniper. And according to Arman, Topuria might be more aggressive, but Della is more technical. Arman says Topuria hits harder, but Jack's striking IQ is better. But let's not forget, Arman Tsarukyan himself has taken heat for ducking Makhachev earlier this year. A last-minute injury took him out of UFC 311. Fans turned on him hard, and now Arman says, "The doctor didn't tell the full story. I didn't duck, but I lost fans." Now he's trying to rebuild. He says he'll play backup for 2 upcoming fights, UFC 317 Topuria versus Oliveira, UFC 318 Poirier versus Holloway 3. Arman says, "I'll be ready for both. I'll step in if needed."
Can Ilia catch him? And he's stoic till that happens, you know what I mean? He is on task and he doesn't, you know what I mean? He'll go, even if things aren't working, he's still going to try and fight it. So I think Islam's going to be a tough matchup for him because Islam can be quite defensive and safe. I think he's going to know he needs to play it safe with Ilia because he knows Ilia's going to have that puncher's chance. Them later rounds, you know, is going to be very difficult for Ilia. Ilia can, if he puts hands on anyone, like if he traps them, you know, gets them where they don't want to be and lands a nice big shot, it's going to be game over. You know, I mean, he can knock out anyone, even in the lightweight division.
Here's where it gets wild. Islam. Makhachev has 4 title defenses, finished legends, dominated almost every round. But now people are questioning his legacy over one fight. Does one skipped opponent cancel everything he's done? Or are fans just thirsty for blood? Arman says Islam is not scared. He's going for history. 2 belts. That's not ducking, that's legacy.
They said that Islam Makhachev would get the title shot up at 170 if you won this belt tonight. What do you think about that?
I think it's a beautiful challenge. You know, he's pound for pound #1. I'm going to get him back for Volk.
Here's the situation. Islam is moving up. Topuria is coming up. Arman is lurking, ready to jump into any fight. The lightweight division is on fire. So, what do you think? Did Islam duck Topuria? Is Arman just covering his own back? Or is this all a giant misdirection? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more real MMA drama. Because in 2025, the lightweight crown may not stay on one head for long.
If John Jones walked away right now, could he? In terms of legacy, all the great thing he's done, the youngest champion, couple of divisions, could he walk away right now and be just as intact? Does he need Tom Aspinall? What is it that would be added to John's mountaintop if he beat Tom Aspinall? Time would only tell, and it would tell a very different tale. I mean, for example, if John walks away, in the short term, he's walking, he's a chicken, he was gonna lose anyway, that That is inevitably going to happen. But if Tom's very first opponent is Ciryl Gane, John went through Ciryl like a hot knife through butter. But meanwhile, if Ciryl and Tom was to go out and really battle, regardless of outcome, but really put on a close back and forth, that is where you would be forced, even if you were one of the Yellow Bella He's a Coward crowd, to admit, wow, that John Jones, he sure was good.
The UFC interim heavyweight champ just called out John Jones and didn't pull a single punch.
Feels like you're training for something, but obviously it don't seem like you can, get the guy to fight. Tom, we're getting straight to it. I mean, what are we waiting for? It sounds to me, recently I saw an interview where it said you and John are aligned and you guys have decided together to allow for the UFC to tell you what you're doing. Is that true?
Nah, man, John's retired. What are you talking about, guys?